half of every coat of arms in Europe has the same animal on it. Not because they ran out of ideas, not because they copied each other, because one animal, which most of them had never seen in their lives, said something no other creature could say. Today, the lion. Where it came from, why it conquered everything, and why, 700 years later, it still has not left. I am Sir Geoffrey Blackwell-Dunmore of Chester. Let us begin. Before we discuss heraldry, we need to discuss a book. A bestiary was a medieval book of animals, real and imagined, accompanied by moral lessons. Every monastery had one. Every educated person had read one. And the lion received particular attention. Because medieval bestiaries described the lion breathing life into its stillborn cubs, the father arriving on the third day, breathing into their faces, and the cubs waking. 3 days, breathing life into the dead. The lion was Christ's resurrection, made animal, the king of beasts. And when a knight needed something to put on his shield that said, without words, powerful, noble, difficult to kill, the lion was the only possible choice. Nobody needed to have seen one. The idea of the lion was enough. It still is. The story of the lion in heraldry begins, for our purposes, with England. The arms of England, 3 gold lions on a red field, are among the most recognizable images in the world. They appear on the England football shirt, they appear on royal warrants, they have appeared essentially unchanged for over 800 years. And they begin with Richard I, Richard Coeur de Lion, Richard the Lionheart. Richard is credited, and the historical evidence here is strong, with being the first to bear the arms of 3 lions passant guardant. 3 lions, walking, heads turned to face the observer, gold on red. The first surviving impression of his second Great Seal dates to 1198. 3 lions, 800 years, still going, now. Here is the part of the story that Sir Geoffrey finds particularly satisfying. In 1192, Richard was returning from the Third Crusade. On his way home, he was captured by Duke Leopold of Austria, a man he had deeply insulted in the Holy Land, in the way that crusading kings occasionally did. Leopold handed him to the Holy Roman Emperor Henry VI, a member of the Hohenstaufen family. The Hohenstaufen arms, lions. Some historians believe that Richard, forced into a feudal relationship with the emperor, may have been influenced by Hohenstaufen heraldry in settling on 3 lions as his definitive arms. If this is true, and it is disputed, but Sir Geoffrey finds it plausible, then the arms of England were partly shaped by a diplomatic humiliation in Austria. England's 3 lions may have been born from captivity. I find this deeply human, somehow. Here is something that will delight you, or possibly disturb you, depending on your relationship with the English. The 3 lions of England are not technically lions, or rather, they are lions now. But for centuries, the French called them leopards. In early heraldry, there was a distinction inherited from ancient Greek art. The lion, having a heavy mane, was shown in profile. The leopard, being less hairy, was shown looking toward the observer. The 3 animals on the English royal arms walk forward with their heads turned to face you. In the original Norman French heraldic language, that made them léopards. The French, to this day, refer to the English royal arms as les léopards d'Angleterre, the leopards of England. The English have never accepted this. Arthur Charles Fox Davies, the great English heraldic authority, wrote in 1909 that the use of the term leopard had long since become obsolete in British armoury and should not be used. He was, I suspect, aware of exactly what the French were saying and found it insufferable. Whether England's national symbol is a lion or a leopard is, therefore, a question with a correct historical answer that the English have been refusing to accept for approximately 6 centuries. Sir Geoffrey, who is technically Norman Welsh and therefore has no particular loyalty to either position, finds this hilarious. If England's lion is walking, passant, Scotland's lion is rearing. The Scottish lion is rampant, standing upright on one hind leg, both forepaws raised in the most aggressive possible heraldic posture. It is gold on red, and it has been on the royal arms of Scotland since the reign of William I, William the Lion, who reigned from 1165 to 1214. William chose the lion as his symbol and then had the extreme good fortune to be nicknamed after it, which is the kind of personal branding that medieval monarchs could only dream of achieving. The Scottish lion rampant is, in Sir Geoffrey's considered opinion, the superior lion. England's lions are controlled, measured, walking in careful formation. Scotland's lion is rearing up with its full weight on one foot, prepared to make a decision that it has not entirely thought through. This is, if you have spent any time with Scottish people, an extremely accurate piece of heraldic characterization. The Scottish lion rampant appears today on the Royal Standard of Scotland, the flag flown when the monarch is present in Scotland. It is technically restricted to royal use. Displaying it without permission is, in theory, a heraldic offence. In practice, it appears on approximately 40% of all merchandise sold in Edinburgh. The Scottish lion is uncontainable. Even the law has accepted this. England and Scotland were not alone. By the late 12th century, the lion had conquered European heraldry with a speed that any actual military commander would have envied. Denmark. 3 blue lions on gold, surrounded by 9 red hearts, which were originally water lily pads, if you can believe it. Norway. A gold lion on red holding an axe, because Norway looked at the standard lion and decided it needed a weapon, which is a very Norwegian thing to do. The Netherlands. A gold lion on blue, holding a sword and 7 arrows, one for each of the United Provinces. The Netherlands gave its lion a political argument to hold. Belgium, a black lion on gold. Clean, correct, done. Bulgaria, a lion on red, because the lion was never about geography. It was about aspiration. And then, the most surprising lion of all, Ethiopia, the Lion of Judah, a crowned lion, gold, carrying a cross, appearing on the imperial arms of Ethiopia and still associated with the country today. The Lion of Judah traces to the tribe of Judah in the Hebrew Bible. In Genesis, chapter 49, verse 9, the patriarch Jacob blesses his son. "You are a lion's cub, Judah." Ethiopian emperors used this symbol to claim descent from Solomon and the Queen of Sheba. This is a lion that traveled from ancient Israel through biblical tradition to medieval Ethiopia without ever touching Europe. The heraldic lion and the biblical lion arrived at the same symbol by entirely different routes. One animal, every continent with a heraldic tradition, all choosing the same charge. There has never been anything like it. By now, you may be wondering how one tells all these lions apart. 3 things: position, color, and accessories. Position first, or attitude, as we say in heraldry. Rampant, upright, on one hind leg, forepaws raised. The aggressive lion, Scotland. Passant gardant, walking, head turned to face you, England's lions, or leopards. We have covered this. And sergeant, seated upright, like the lion on Scotland's crest, which sits crowned, holding a sword and a scepter, looking as though it has just convened a very important meeting. Then colour. Gold on red is the prestige combination. Scotland, Denmark, Norway. The combination that says, we have been doing this since the 12th century and we know what we are about. Then accessories. Crowns mean royalty. Weapons, Norway's axe, the Netherlands' sword and arrows, add specific meaning. A collar or chain means the lion is tamed, subordinate to a higher authority. A plain lion, rampant, gold on red, no accessories, fully itself. is the purest form of the charge. Scotland has the right idea. Once you know what to look for, you will see lions everywhere. On buildings, on coins, on the sides of institutions that have been operating long enough to have a proper visual identity. You will also see them conspicuously absent from American state coats of arms, which says something about America that Sir Geoffrey finds simultaneously understandable and quietly disappointing. The lion entered heraldry because it was the king of beasts in a world that had never seen one. It spread because the idea of it, the courage, the nobility, the sleepless vigilance, was more powerful than the animal itself. It endured because once you put a rampant lion on a red field, you have made a statement that requires no translation. Any person, in any century, in any language, understands what that statement means. I have seen a great many coats of arms in my 700 years. I have seen eagles and bears and moose and, yes, steamboats. I have seen anchors and grapevines and pelicans and ploughs. None of them have the authority of a lion, not because the lion is always the right choice. Context matters, and Sir Geoffrey is on record as respecting Rhode Island's anchor enormously. But because when a gold lion on a red field appears from 50 yards away, in rain and mud and noise and confusion, you know immediately and without question who that is. That is what heraldry was always for. I am Sir Geoffrey Blackwell-Dunmore of Chester. Next time, the coat of arms that started a war. I am not being metaphorical. An actual war over heraldry. Subscribe. I will explain everything in a fortnight.